Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back with another video from Annie News, continuing with Overlord cut content. Now this is interesting, so we're covering episode 4, which was amazing, the fight was incredible. This is the cut content from the episode part 1. So there must have been quite a bit of stuff left out, so we will check part 2 out when it's out, but for now we're going to check out Overlord Season 4, Episode 4, cut content, part 1.
Initially I was planning to make the fight the core part of this video, but
so cool.
there was actually quite a bit of cut content.
I want some explanation on the no magic, yet it seemed like magic was being used.
Along with several
I was very confused by that.
were significantly shortened to get
You know what I mean?
the fight quicker, resulting in a whole
Am
lot
I
of
being
world
stupid?
building being left out from the episode.
World building.
So, just like how we did before,
Mm.
let's take a look at what we missed from the first part of this
Sick.
episode. Episode 43, part 1.
God, has it been 43 episodes? It's amazing.
Covering the last bit of chapter 3 from the light novel. Since
last
most
bit of the chapter?
Stuff I talked about from episode 1, I'll only repeat the core of what Ainz was going for here. His main goal was to make the
His costume's so sick.
more appealing. If the kingdom was a company and he was the only employee, then the product he was trying to sell was an ideal government.
Yes.
In a total utopia that could only be formed through the wise leadership of a few immortals such as him. That being the case, the main question that came with it was who would want this? Who would this type of society appeal to, and how would he go about letting them know that he could provide it?
Interesting.
That was the core challenge which had led Ainz
So
to
sick.
the Empire.
So sick.
So, as we see him arrive in the carriage with Ainz, there was quite a lot on his mind regarding the stark contrast between his people and the Empire's. There was a very clear liveliness here that Arantel just didn't possess anymore. It was only natural considering the ruler they'd just become subjected to, but Pt1's teachings had made Ainz
Pt1. He was a strategist, right?
Contemplate some strategy tips his old guild.
We're not claiming territory, we're in a war. You end up with
Ainz couldn't fully
partisans.
understand what Pt1 had been trying to tell him, but if the gist
It's cool that he's
was
taken on the knowledge of all his fellow,
Ainz knew
like,
his public safety
video
deadlines
game
would prevent him from
mates.
happening. That and his recent collaboration with Momo. If the word partisan meant something else, though, then Ainz truly had no
Thinks
idea
it's a
what
pole.
Pt1 was talking about here. Regardless, Ainz knew there was nothing he could do right now to fix the liveliness.
Partisan, isn't that something you put on pasta? Oh no, that's Parmesan. Huh?
But that wouldn't happen until he absorbed more cities. That or a potential plan of suggesting Albedo to give birth and multiply.
Oh.
In any case, Ainz's main plan was to absorb the guild as an organ of the state. He would make them work for him, gather human adventurers to populate it willingly, then incorporate the lizardmen and other races afterwards.
Oh, cool, yeah,
That was
like,
the
there's been no
ideal
mention of the lizard men yet.
he was trying to implement.
Isn't Cocytus with them?
What Ainz had recommended to make it easier, though, was to first build the scaffolding behind his organization, then fill it with the people he wanted to join it. The only problem with that was that even if he did build the facilities which made this institution what it was, it would likely just end up being too big or too small. There was no telling how many or how little people would be interested in it. So, part of the reason for this whole recruitment test was to actually see just how many people...
Oh, gauge the numbers. Okay, cool.
That way he could have a better idea of what was needed to support them. Now, a quick thing to note about the monster driving Ainz's carriage is that this was a paid-for summon called a Hanzo. It was a level 80 ninja humanoid known for its counter-stealth abilities. So, if there was ever a secret operation Ainz wanted discovered, the Hanzo was the
Oh, he's just there on the carriage. Cool.
Level range, there was also the Kashin Koji who specialized in illusion,
Kashin
the
Koji.
Fuma who were skilled at unarmed combat, then the Tobikato who excelled at armed combat.
Right.
These were the ninja that Ainz could summon to be at his disposal. Fast forward
Sneaky
to
just
when
have them
Ainz
just drive the cars. That's cool.
and that's when we learn a bit more about what he offers as a promoter. You see, in addition to having Gogin fight other warriors, Osk would also have shows in which adventurers fight monsters.
Oh.
Mostly undead since the cost of maintaining them was 0.
Yeah.
When Ainz had told him that that's what Osk did, though, he was a little worried Ainz would become offended by it. I mean,
Interesting, because he's an undead,
Ainz and
yeah.
the lesser undead were one and the same. Despite there being many races of undead throughout the world, Ainzak was under the perception that Ainz treated all of them as one of his own. So,
Nope.
after having a slight misconception, Ainz went on to clear things up by saying he was an overlord.
Yeah, man.
A type of undead superior.
He said the thing.
One that he was sure no person had ever heard about. Reason being that the weakest type of overlord was level 80, each of which could wreak havoc on a scale no nation could ever hope to deal with. There was the overlord wise men who excelled at magic,
Right.
overlord chronomasters who could manipulate time, then overlord generals who led massive armies of powerful undead. All of which were sure to have caused a notable historic impact.
Ainz is the Overlord.
Because no stories of them existed, though, that meant that they likely have never come around accountable.
Right, oh god.
Making Ainz the first to make his impact on
That's why
history.
everyone's so scared.
And luckily for humanity, Ainz was an overlord who understood the value of humanity.
Hmm.
If there ever came one who possessed a hatred for anything living, then you can best believe that the Cuts Plain Massacre would just be a starting point.
Oh yeah.
That's why it was best
Oh,
for everyone
yeah.
to consider Ainz an exception to undead. An overlord who didn't kill unless there was a reason to. Now, a funny thing about Ainz's interaction with Ainzak was that Ainz didn't particularly enjoy bossing him around like this. You see, as a
Just a
person coming from
need.
a seniority-based society, the act of ordering an elder around just didn't seem right.
Right, but
Sure,
you got
Ainzak
to.
was just a lowly human, but as a visibly loyal subject who was older than Suzuki Satoru, Ainz began to realize why so many people didn't like having subordinates who were older than them. So, that being the case, Ainz felt it was necessary to give him some sort of reward.
I like
It
this.
was only fair that
Understand
a
why
warlord
they
could be
do the things they do.
compensated
Oh,
for
talk to people the way they talk.
The only problem, though, was that Ainz had no idea what or even how much to give him. There was a significant lack of knowledge when it came to aspects like this which related to human society. Now, moving on to Ainz's meeting with Fuder, and that's when we get to one of the more significant portions of cut content. Both this and the following meeting with Osk were significantly shortened to make room for the fight.
Right.
That's the reason why I split this into two videos.
Cool.
So, the first thing to point out about this meeting was that Ainz had actually been putting it off for some time now. He was avoiding Fluter since he didn't have any idea on how he was going to pay him. Since requested to
and then he
learn
uses the
Ainz's
book, doesn't he?
knowledge, there was very little Ainz could share that would actually be worth his time. Mainly because Ainz had no idea how it worked himself. So,
Amazing.
no matter how much
Just
Fluter
constantly
begged to be
winging it,
taught by
innit?
him, the system behind this world's magic would remain an absolute mystery to him. Perhaps he could experiment and use Wish Upon a Star to get some answers, but Ainz wasn't sure that that would even work here.
Yeah,
Not
might
to
be a
mention
waste.
that the multiple levels required to use it was far too much to gamble on. So, with no other option than to just wing it, Ainz
Yeah,
visited
winging it.
Fluter with the
There we
hopes of
go.
satisfying him with the book.
Book of the Dead.
But not before first confirming that everything was secure. What I mean is that both Fluter and Ainz took their counterintelligence measures very seriously.
Right.
Not only were passwords required for messages,
Nice.
but Ainz had even felt it necessary to have something that obstructs teleportation and detection. They were spells that seemed like basic necessities to Ainz, but definitely not so much to those who are limited by knowledge like Fluter. If you're not Ainz and can only possess less than 100 spells, then detection and intelligence ones would certainly be less priority than attack and defense
Yes,
ones.
of course, yeah.
It was a key limitation to Fluter that Ainz was forgetting to consider here. So, what Ainz had done to make up for it was provide an obstruct detection item that would do all the counterintelligence for him.
Right.
It was one of the many anti-PKing precautions he felt necessary before
Sick.
teleporting, especially since post-teleportation was one of the most likely times to be targeted. Now, despite Ainz feeling bad for having poached Fluter from Jerkniv, he didn't regret it since he knew it was the best course of action for Nazareth.
Of course, you gotta focus on Nazareth,
No
man.
matter how cruel or wicked an act was, so long as it was for the betterment of the Sorcerer Kingdom and its people, Ainz would always be certain it was the correct one.
Number
It's not
one.
like he
Priority
had
number
anything against
one.
Jerkniv, but if Jerkniv's unhappiness would make the Sorcerer Kingdom thrive, then Ainz had no problem making him miserable. Don't
Fine.
get me wrong, Ainz truly looked up to Jerkniv as a model emperor. He was a dear friend Ainz hoped would work with him to bring mutual prosperity.
That's
A
interesting.
feeling that developed after having spied on him so much. So, that being the case, in exchange for poaching the Empire's greatest magic caster, Ainz had made sure no one from his army got hurt during the massacre. It was the least he could do as a gesture of kindness.
Right, cool.
Now, considering that Fluter's cover had been blown, Ainz felt that there was sufficient cause to worry for his safety. It was a natural sentiment that Fluter considered to be monumental. While Ainz saw it as completely normal to contemplate, Fluter was actually getting emotional over it.
Oh.
He was being far too overzealous for Ainz to handle right now, much to the point that it was making him rather uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't be bothered with this. Is like anytime anyone's like all over the top with it, it's like, oh, for God's sake, just get up.
Sure, Jerkniv may not have sent anyone to kill him just yet, but it was only a matter of time until the full extent of his betrayal would be revealed to him. So, before
Dangerous
that happened,
times for
Ainz knew
Jerkniv.
he needed to extract Fluter and find him a role in Nazareth. Something like a magical
The way Jerkniv
researcher would
panics,
know
man,
best.
about the state and that at the end of
The
the
only
fight.
caveat with that was that any magic developed within the Sorcerer Kingdom would remain confidential to Ainz and those close to him. No fame would be received for any of his discoveries.
Oh.
When Fluter had gone to quickly accept these conditions, Ainz couldn't help but be wary of how cooperative he was. As a genius
Suspicion.
master with
You would be
years of
suspicious, wouldn't
experience
you?
running an empire, it's very possible he could be playing Ainz he wouldn't even know it. I mean, with a life of experience that far surpassed his own, Ainz knew Fluter's humanity was very much ahead of his. So, if Fluter was in fact trying to trick him, then Ainz knew there was nothing he could do to spot it. He could only take his words at face value and hope his passion for magic was as true as he said it was. Now, when it came to the Book of the Dead, all this was a random collection of arcane gibberish and occultic buzzwords.
Right, from, like,
it was
our
a collection
world.
of lore for a fantasy world he wasn't even sure applied here.
Oh.
But even so, Ainz was extremely stern when it came to ensuring this book's secrecy. No knowledge
Of course,
was
you
allowed
need
to leak to anyone else.
You need to make it seem like it's very important.
That concluded the whole act Ainz had rehearsed for this. This isn't something they showed in the anime, but Ainz had actually spent 10 hours practicing his acting and voice exercises just for
Oh, that's amazing. That's so funny.
It was also he could portray the role of a commanding ruler more effectively.
Aww.
Now,
They just need to keep stuff like that in. That's very entertaining.
Was the best method Ainz could use to protect the Empire. You see, despite Demiurge insisting that they were a latent enemy, Ainz believed that they should be treated as allies. If world conquest truly was their goal, then doing so alone definitely wasn't ideal. So, the best way to ensure the Empire was their ally was by fostering a friendly relationship with Jerkniv through the Empire's safety. By keeping the Empire safe from any and all threats, Ainz was sure he could remain on good terms with it. The only problem was doing that in a way which was obvious. Ainz needed his intent to be clear. Fast forward to the meeting with Osk now, and Ainz would once again secure the location by using detection magic. It wasn't the same level of caution as what he did in the graveyard, but still enough to know if anyone was watching them. At the very least, it would trigger the enemy's counterintelligence spells. When it came to Ainz's curiosity of
the sword, yeah, what was that about?
The workshop it was from was called Stone Nail. It was an ancient sword crafted over 150 years ago, capable of harboring lightning in its attacks.
Whoa.
The core interest regarding this sword, though, was that the runes marking it must have been brought by another player. Potentially someone who could still be found around this dwarven workshop called Stone Nail.
Ooh.
Now, something Osk was very intrigued by was the multiple lifetimes Ainz was sure to have lived already. You see, as a collector of weapons from all across the ages, Osk was sure Ainz possessed an ancient view that even he knew nothing about. Of course, Ainz wasn't going to tell them that he was actually the youngest in the room, so...
Yeah, he's not going to mention that, is he? Be too confusing.
A sorcerer king who lacked knowledge of the current world, only because he'd been locked up doing magical research for who knows how long. That being the case, it was only natural Ainz confirm Osk's assumption, leading Osk to offer up to 3 times the market price for any weapon he was willing to sell to him.
Well...
As enticing as that offer was, though, Ainz knew he couldn't just hand over his weapons that he
Could you imagine?
Sure, the money would definitely help with how broke he
was,
but
like...
as a ruler of a nation, money shouldn't be of that much interest.
No, everything else should be a priority.
What Ainz did instead was demonstrate how he was willing to part with them. He had taken an exquisite-looking dagger out of his inventory, then handed it to Ainzak as a reward for his services.
Ooh!
The dagger wasn't anything particularly special, but in the eyes of Osk and Ainzak, it was one of the greatest daggers they'd ever seen. It was a taste of the rewards Ainz was willing to give should people come and join his country.
Sick. Like, here's a teaser.
Now, I'm gonna skip past the whole discussion regarding the Martial King, because that's something that's more fitting for the next video.
Okay.
Instead, we'll finish things off by talking about Osk's post-meeting roundup with his money maid.
Yeah, he was the buddy maid,
man.
man.
As a man that went by the name of Headhunter Rabbit, he was a rare species of demi-human that came from a place farther east than even the city-state alliance. And he did in fact have a valid reason for wearing this maid outfit. Mainly it was so his opponents would end up underestimating him. There was also the added benefit of people not attacking his crotch region. Those were the only two reasons he wore this. It wasn't because he liked it or because he thought it cute, but simply because it was useful in combat. As for his position here, Osk had paid him more than anyone to be his warrior assistant.
Oh, whoa, okay,
His
big
work
deal.
as an Orichalcum-level swordsman and escort had caught the attention of Osk back when he was in a little bit of trouble.
Whoa.
Trouble he now remained free of ever since Headhunter Rabbit was hired. With regards to his opinion of Ainz, there was an interesting assumption Headhunter Rabbit had made with regards to his race. You see, knowing that this world was filled with strong races and weak races, Headhunter Rabbit felt that Ainz was one of the strong ones. He was nothing like the humans who didn't have special powers or hard armor protecting them, but instead much more like the dragons who were naturally powerful due to their hard scales, sharp claws, and elemental breath. They were a species of monster that didn't need to train in order to be strong. So that's what Headhunter Rabbit felt that Ainz was like. He certainly didn't walk with the presence of a powerful warrior, but the aura he gave off was similar to that of the Martial King.
Right.
He was a presence Headhunter Rabbit just wanted to run away from. When
Yeah,
Headhunter
is that the thing with the hands? It was not comfortable being there.
found Ainz to possess charisma. Not only was he able to make Ainzak work for him willingly, but Osk could tell Ainz knew that he was the strongest. There was an extreme level of confidence that Ainz very clearly carried around with him. Ainz may not have done this intentionally, but it had made Osk think that he was an expert at negotiations for it. At the very least, he believed Ainz to be at the same level as their emperor. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the first half of this episode.
Cool. So we're covering the fight in part 2.
But I promise I'll catch up within the next few weeks. I'm planning to pump out these videos once every 3 days now.
Sick, bloody hell.
Be sure to subscribe and check out the Succubate merch. But as always, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, we've got to be all over these.
Anime content, then you already know what to do. So until next time.
Ciao. TL, yes, we get the fight, because I was so confused, because it was like no magic, and then he was just like blasting fire all over the place, and then he was poisoned, and then it was the other, and then it was just like, he said no magic. I was like, so hopefully in part 2 he'll explain that. And I was really interested to see all the stuff that Ainz is thinking and doing as well. I like the whole practicing in front of the mirror to act all important and that, like, that's absolutely sick. But anyway, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video, link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support the channel. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much for that. And a special thank you to Snidely Whiplash, who has started donating $50 a month to the Patreon page. Thank you very much for that. That's much appreciated. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click the like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys next time.